Okay, so good morning, guys. Time check, 5:14 a.m. Wow. So, this will be yung pinaka-last part ng lecture ko and I think may kailang naman to. We're just going to classify yung systems. Kasi sabi niya, hindi daw kasama si Z-transform. Pero hindi niya sinabi na hindi kasama yung system classification. So, baka isama niya. Pwede rin hindi, di ba? So, we'll be talking about digital systems lang, alright? Kasi kung ano naman nangyayari sa digital, nangyayari rin naman yun sa continuous. So, sino ba pinagloloko natin kundi sarili natin, di ba? Okay. So with that, meron tayong 5 types of classification. Pero kay Ambardar, kung nabasa niyo yung libro, wala ito. Okay? This is not, wala to kay Ambardar. Ang meron nito si Proakis. Ayan. So, kung gusto mong i-reviewin yung sarili mo, ayan, dito mo makikita yung kay Proakis sa una. Kasi hindi naman in-expound niya ano yung about sa memory. Though, meron siyang isang section na di-discuss niya yung memory. Okay? So, doon niya i-discuss yung static and dynamic memory. But dito, we're going to include it din. Okay? Okay. So, pag sinabi daw nating static, wala daw siyang memory, memoryless. And so, pag dynamic, of course, syempre may memory. So, what do we mean by memory? Medyo medyo mahirap siya i-explain, no? But basically speaking, pag sinabi mo kasing may memory siya, meron siyang storage. Okay? Like you are storing something, but also reading something, right? So, yun ang naman ginagawa sa isang memory. Pag meron kang ROM or RAM, anong ginagawa mo? Pwedeng i-read mo yung data or i-store mo yung data. So, pag storing, ano ibig sabihin yan? Meron kang nilalagay. So, para kang may dini-delay. Okay? Like, gusto mo i-access agad yung information, but you want to delay it first in case na alam mo na may kailangan ka pang gawin beforehand. And kapag reading naman, it's like meron kang na-advance. So, in short, yung static daw ng system, wala siyang mga shifts. No time shifts. Okay. So, wala daw tong no time shifts. That's the very first one. But also, meron ng isa. No time scaling rin. Okay? So, bakit? Kasi pag scale mo yung time, ano nangyayari sa data? Nagko-compress or compress or yung ano, yung expand. Okay, ayan. So, syempre, parang may memory aspect pa rin yung pag-expand ng information and yung pag-compress niya. Okay? Kasi technically speaking, hindi mo naman binabago talaga yung mismong information but dahil iniba mo yung time, mukha siyang di ba, nagsisikip. Okay? So, for example, wait lang. So, here's an example, yung kay sir. Okay. So, mapapansin nyo sa lahat ng static, ano napapansin nyo? Pare-parehas lang sila ng n. Alright? Like, n lang talaga yung function nila. Ito may n sa labas. Okay? So, basically speaking, as long as yung n na yan is ganyan lang, n lang. Okay? It's a static. Okay? As in, lahat is x of n. Yung iba naman, that the case. For example, ito, x of n dito, but then dito may x of n minus 1. So, this is now a dynamic. Ito, dynamic rin to kasi n minus, ano yan, n minus ganyan, plus ganyan, plus ganyan, hanggang umabot ka ng dulo. Okay? So, this one is dynamic. Kasi also, ayan, okay, yun lang, dynamic muna. And then itong sa dulo, bakit siya naging dynamic? Kasi again, hindi lang n yung nag-iisa, okay? So most likely you'll notice na sa mga static systems, n lang sila lahat. But that doesn't mean na it is. Well, maybe meron nga, but you know, for example lang, if I say na x of n siya, and then ni-raise ko siya sa n minus 1, then this is not a anymore. Hindi na siya equal kay n, you know? But also, is x of n raised to n static or dynamic? Well, actually, medyo mahirap siya sabihin, no? Kasi number one, di naman ata siguro ito nag-i-exist. But in our case, no, using yung ano natin na to, since wala naman tayong ginawa sa time, hindi natin shinif, hindi natin siya skinail, and lahat yan n lang, as in, di tulad nito na may n minus 1, then we can say that this one is dynamic. Tapos ito, static siya. Okay? By this definition. Okay? So, yun yung sa static versus dynamic. Next, time invariance versus time variance. Okay, so basically from the word itself, pag variant, it means it changes. So kapag time invariant, it's a constant lang siya na nag-progress. Okay? So they do not change with time, but this one, they do change in time. So the question is, paano mo malalaman ng mas madali yun na yung isang system is invariant or variant? Paano nga ba? Sige, let me give you all an example of itong nasa slide rin. Let us explain a bit, no? So when you say time variance, okay, anong meron sa kanya? Meron siyang independent function of x. Okay? Hindi x pala, of n. Of n. Kasi yun pala yung gamit nating time dito. Okay, yan. So may independent function siya of n. So what do we mean by that? Okay, let's start with the first one. And you can see here na lahat ng x of n is, ano lang, nandyan lang. Okay? Kasi like, hindi naka-multiply yan sa any other function na may n rin. So this is time invariant. Dito, naka-multiply na nga yung x of n natin sa n niya. Okay? So meaning, habang lumalaki si x of n, dahil si n nga niya is lumalaki, lalaki rin siya hindi linearly kasi iba-iba yung nagmo-multiply kay n. So in short, nag-iiba na yung kanyang behavior kasi may time or rather yun nga, sampling period na kasama. So we get that this is now a time variant. Ito, time variant rin to. So bakit? So usually, pag x of n, invariant lang siya. But here, ginawa natin is si n, pinold natin siya, basically, pinold. So kapag nag-fold ka, okay, and ang nangyari kasi is, lahat ng nasa negative na time, magpa-positive, then lahat ng nasa positive time, nagne-negative, okay. So that shows time variance. Kasi in some way, habang nag-i-increase yung time, opposite yung nangyayari. Or rather, habang bumababa yung time, meaning it approaches negative infinity, ang nangyayari sa output mo? It approaches the other direction. Now, keep in mind that assumes na si x of n natin is linear. So, what if hindi siya linear? What if, ano siya, parabolic. Ayun. So, parabolic siya, then that means na same lang rin yung negative infinity na value and then yung sa papuntang positive infinity, di ba? So this is also a time variant system. Well, ito naman, time invariant, no? Kasi ang nangyayari lang naman is parang yung x of n mo, squared mo lang siya. Okay? So wala kang necessarily na iniiba sa time. Now, meron ka rin makikita mga cases of e raised to t daw, tapos x of t. So this one is also a time variant system. Bakit? Kasi may e of t ka dito. This is an independent na function of t. What is else? Pwede ring x squared of n given from this na isa siyang time invariant, but then dinagdagan mo siya ng x of t. And then sa harapan nito is meron kang t. So now this one is time variant kasi this one here meron siyang independent function na t. Okay? So in short, pag sinabi nating time invariant system, usually walang time or independent function of time here. But also, you wanna avoid folding the system itself. So no folding na rin dito. So you might see na may folding, then alam na natin na time variant system siya, di ba? So for example, if I have something like this one, ayun nga, the folding system daw, ika-classify natin siya. Anong klaseng system daw ito? Okay, hold on. Okay, so number 1, okay, mayroon pala akong, hindi ko pa natatapos pala to. Sige, tapusin na lang natin yung 3, 4, 5. Okay, so number 3 is linear. So that's, it says na nagsasatisfy siya ng superposition principle. Pero dito, ayaw natin na maging complicated. So sabihin na lang natin, no, na no non-linear, or okay, yun nga naman, linear nga naman eh. Sabihin na lang natin na walang squared, no squared, x cube, etc. Ano pa? Bawal rin dito yung mga sign kasi hindi sila linear. Alright? Sign of n. Ano pa? Yung mga ganito. Alright? So these are all non-linear functions. And so therefore, bawal mo naman anihin si non-linear function sa iyong linear na system kasi magiging non-linear siya. But it gets a bit complicated, no? So let's give you an example. Also meron pa pala. Bawal ka rin magkaroon ng no constant na or rather no constant term if may derivative. So what do I mean by this? Okay, so let's say for example, na-recall nyo sa inyong DE, no? dy dt plus 5 is equal to 40. Now, you can obviously see here na pwede ko siyang ma-solve, right? Kasi it's like simply dy is equals to 40 minus 5 times dt. I simply integrate both of them. So I get y is equals to 2t squared minus 5t. Okay. So ayan yun. Okay? But you can see here na t squared na siya. Pag tinanggal ko to, ano lang mangyayari? 2t squared lang to. Okay? So this is still a linear system. Pero dahil dinagdagan ko kanina ng 5, so now nagkaroon siya ng minus 5t dito. Now, this whole thing here is non-linear. Okay? So medyo complicated yung ano nun, no? Yung phrase nun, no? Pero nagiging complicated talaga yung system kapag meron ng mga integral tsaka derivative na kasama siya. So baka kasi pakita no na yung ano na what if sa exam lumabas meron derivative, kaya-classify mo anong klaseng system siya. So madadali ka doon. Okay? So yung pagkakaroon ng constant term is a indication of nonlinear provided of course na meron ring derivative. Okay? Kasi kung wala yung derivative pero may constant term, linear pa rin siya. So etong mga to, wala silang mga derivative. Okay. And naglag na ako. So wala silang derivative. But you can see that in the first two, linear sila. So eto, may kita natin, ang squared natin is yung time. So kapag yung time yung square mo, cube mo, pwede mo pa rin siyang sabihin na linear provided of course na ito 1 pa rin yung kanyang exponent. Unlike this one kay y3 na 2 na siya. So this is a non-linear na. Ito linear pa rin, minultiply ko lang ng value. And ito na nga yung sinabi ko kanina, okay? Hindi pwede magkaroon ka ng ganito. Okay, this is a non-linear function. So therefore, non-linear ito. So again, kapag ngayon meron kang mga derivative, okay, let's say dy over dt. Sandali lang. Lagay natin in the context of circuits tayo para kasi easy naman tayo eh. So we have 3i plus di over dt. Okay. So question, what type of system is this ngayon? 3i squared pala. Ayan, yan. Okay. So this one, 3i squared plus di over dt. So this one is a nonlinear. Kasi meron kang I squared. Okay. Tanggalin natin to, then lagyan natin ng 4 dito kunyari. So what is this now? This is now a nonlinear. Bakit? Meron kang derivative. May derivative ka. Ano pa? Meron ka pang constant term. So, alam naman natin na ito siya. Para siyang ganito. So, that's why this is non-linear. How about kapag 3t plus 2i prime? Okay. This one is a linear. Pero, ano ang meron sa kanya na additional? Siya rin ay time varying. Bakit? Kasi meron kang independent function of t. Okay? So with that, tapos na tayo ng konti sa linear. Babalikan natin lahat yan para sa isang exercise. Causal and non-causal tayo. Basically, eto, lahat yan, past and present lang. Tapos ito, syempre, may future na siya. Okay? So, paano mo malalaman na may past and present lang? Simple. Time, past. So, delay, time delay. Okay. Time delay or kasama by folding? Hindi. Wag muna. Wag muna natin gawing complicated. Hindi ko rin siya gamay yung about sa what if may folding yung ano. But okay, so kapag with time delay, that's always a plus, no? Parang palagi yang merong ano pa lang yan, causal pa lang yan. But then kapag meron ng time advance, non-causal na siya. In advance mo eh. So for example, so dito may ano tayo, ma-identify pa tayong isa, no? So for example dito sa una, since meron ka lang nito at saka nito, so this one, n-1, anong klase yan? This is a delay. Delay to, so therefore this is a causal. Dito, meron kang in advance. So this is a non-causal. Ito, anong ginawa mo sa time? Squinare mo siya. Okay, so then kapag iniiba mo yung time, okay, in some way na ganyan, parang ginagawa mo siyang squared, cube, etc. Ganon. Okay. In short, minamnipulate mo siya by multiplying it to itself. So, para siyang x of n times n. So, now this is a non-causal system. Bakit? Kasi meron na siyang dependent sa future values mo. For example, if your n is equal to 1, then it's going to be x of 1. But if your n is equal to 2, it's not going to be equal to x of 2. Instead, it's going to be x of 4, then x of 9, x of 16, etc. In short, hindi lahat ng numbers na possible, I mean, pwede ka magkaroon ng x of 2, di ba? Pwede ka magkaroon ng x of 3, pero hindi mo na sila madadaanan. Kasi nga, iniba mo na yung time such that naka-squared na siya. So, for example, if I say x of n cube, hindi na niya madadaanan yung from 2 to 7. Okay? So, diretso siya sa 8 after ni 1. So, yun yung sinasabi dyan, kaya siya non-causal. And so, dito, makikita naman natin, x of n na naman, this is a present moment, okay? And then, skinale mo lang yung present moment. So, this is, of course, non-causal. Joke lang, causal pala. Causal pala pag ganun. Okay. Okay. So, how about this one? Okay, you scale this again by 2. And again, pwede kang magkaroon ng 3. Pwede kang magkaroon ng 5 dyan. Pero hindi mo na madadaanan sila. Or rather, hindi mo na makukuha. Bakit? That assumes that your n is equal to 1.5, 2.5. And again, bawal sila because they are not integers. So meaning, this is of course a non-causal system. Kasi hindi lahat ng values ng n na possible or rather yung lahat ng values ng function na to is magpapakita. Kasi hindi sakop ni n. And finally, kapag ganito, this is also non-causal. No? Lalo na kung limited siya. For example, n must be lesser than 0, then that means lahat lang ng n lesser than 0, which means it's going to be x of n na. Okay? But that means na maglalabas lang si x of n kapag your n is lesser than 0. What if it's greater than 0 na? E di x of negative n na siya. So, kung for example, logarithm pala yung x of n mo. Oh. Logarithm of negative n. Oh. So, kunyari, yan yung function mo. So, hindi mo na malalagay dyan yung n greater than 0. Okay? So, therefore, non-causal na siya. Okay? Kasi hindi lahat pwedeng magpakita. Okay, next tayo. Last na. Stable versus unstable. So, pag sinabi natin stable, bounded si input, bounded si output. Yun lang ibig sabihin nun. Pero paano masasabi yung something is bounded? Okay, kailangan nakalimit siya. Like, parang limited lang siya sa ganitong value. Okay? For example, if I say logarithm of n, balikan natin si logarithm of n. So, bounded si input nito. Bakit? Kasi, ano lang po ang possible input nito? That's right. N must be greater than 0. Oh, kahit sa continuous time na. Oh, 'di ba? Ano ngayon yung mga possible output niya? Your logarithm of t may be approaching positive infinity. So, meaning lahat ng positive na numbers. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi na bounded input, meron siyang bounded output. So, etong logarithm of t na nagpapuntang infinity, bounded pa rin yung output na yan. Bakit? Kasi, sinasabi lang naman yan, lahat ng positive numbers. Okay? You could put logarithm ng Googleplex and may lalabas pa rin dyan. Kasi 10 raised to ganyan lang naman yun, di ba? So, meaning, ko nga ba binura? So, meaning, kapag nakalagay palagi approaching infinity, hindi ibig sabihin nun, unbounded na siya. It just means na defined siya, hanggang ganun yung kaya niya na values. For example, ulit, medyo hindi, sige, try natin to. For example, ganito. So here, makita natin, itong system na to, okay, it could have values na bounded lang siya. Bounded yung input nito. So, pwedeng yung n mo must be in this range. But that means na magkakaroon din siya ng defined na output. As in your y of n could be ganito rin. Okay? So, this just means that if you put any number sa x mo, yung y mo magproduce rin ng any number based sa x mo. Okay? So with that, yun yung parang sinasabi nitong Bibo. And so therefore, we get that the first system natin is stable. Dito, on the other hand, sa pangalawa, eto, unstable na to. Okay? So you can see by inspection na unstable na to kasi you can see na meron kang isang tawag dito, output, but then meron ka rin nito. So this is your output, pero anong meron dito? Naka-advance. Okay? So, parang sinasabi mo, para mag-produce ka ng output, kailangan naka-advance ito, then may dadagdag ka pang input. So, kung for example, ito, singitan natin ng onting LX to. Alam naman natin na we have something like a VI. Pag pinunta natin siya sa isang amplifier and then papunta sa output, then meron na tayong bounded system tuloy. Then meron na tayong straightforward na system na stable lang. Okay? Kasi ano lang nangyayari, i-multiply mo lang naman sa A yan eh. Okay? Now, let's say, pinunta natin siya sa isang feedback. So now meron siyang beta. So, at t is equal to 0, I only get that my VO is equals to AVI. But then at t is equal to 1, dahil nga nag-sample ako niyan, I multiply it by 1 over beta pala, 1 over beta. Then my VO will be equal to my initial output, no? VO ng 0, okay, plus, ay hindi pala, hindi VO 0, AVI pa rin, right? Plus, etong portion ng output na to na nakamultiply kay 1 over beta. So, I get VO ng 0 over beta. So, dahil ang value ng aking VO0 dito is AVI, I get AVI plus AVI over beta. Okay? So, pag nilabas ko ngayon yung AVI po natin, it's actually 1 plus 1 over beta. Okay? And so, kapag kinontinue natin ito for t equal to 2, okay? So, basically, what I'm saying here is meron kang feedback. Meron kang feedback. Dito, feedback mo to. And the reason why tinawag siyang feedback is because kinukuhaan mo ng onting yung VO mo para ibalik mo siya sa loob, right? So parang binalik mo lang sa yan. So in reality, ang itsura niyan kapag inexpress mo ng ganito is y of t is equal to your x of t plus your y of t minus 1 over beta. Okay? So yan yung sinasabi ngayon ng system na to. Okay? And so what you get now is any form of feedback, it will produce an unstable system. Okay? So with that, para maintindihan pa natin, I have some problems, pero sa libro lang rin naman to galing. So kung naaral nyo na yung libro, good na, happy na. So for example, you have a system na nagpo-fold. So from here, you can see that this one is already linear. Kasi x of n lang naman yung meron dyan, di ba? However, anong klaseng siya in terms of the time? Is it invariant or variant? Again, merong nangyaring scaling. Scaling, pero of course, syempre dahil minultiply siya sa negative na scale, so that is a fold. Therefore, this is a time varying. Now, anong klaseng memory meron to? Ay, 5 pala to. Oh, nice. Okay. Sige. Anong klaseng memory meron siya? Static or dynamic? Well, again, lahat sila may n lang. Okay? Lahat yan n lang. Pero kung babalikan lang natin yung ano natin, kailangan walang delay or advance, walang time shift, walang time scale. Problem is, dahil merong time scale yan, kasi nga, I have mentioned before na nag-fold siya, this is a dynamic system. Okay. Causality. Is it a causal or a non-causal system? This is a non-causal system dahil meron siyang folding. So yung folding na to, ang dami niyang naging epekto. Yung system nagkakaroon ng dynamic na memory, time varying na siya, non-causal na siya. Ano pa? Is it stable or unstable? So this is stable. Kasi wala kang sinample na output pabalik. Okay? Sa input. So this is a stable system. How about the decimating system? So kung nasabi ko kanina, nung nung lesson 2, decimation. So yun yung kapag kinompress mo yung time and that results in the loss of signals. So dahil skinale mo pa rin siya, that means this is still time varying and also non-causal. Okay? Automatic na yan kapag merong mga scaling and etc. Question, anong klaseng memory siya? Dynamic rin. Okay, kasi Merong time scaling. Right here. Ayan, no time scale, no time shifts. Okay. Next. Is it linear, non-linear? This is of course linear kasi wala po siya ng mga independent functions of n. Now, anong klaseng system stability niya? So this is of course a stable system rin. Kasi wala ka pa rin siyang sinasample pabalik. And so, kapag ganyan, yung zero interpolating natin is similar sa ating yung sa similar siya dito, no? So they're like equal lang naman. So that means linear rin siya, time varying. Kasi sinestretch mo to, pero parang nagdadagdag ka ng additional information. So naging topic yan ng last lesson ko. So it's also non-causal and stable. Okay, how about kapag yung next na natin? Function. So SGN of x of n. So ito, ang tawag dito is sign function, sign. So ang gagawin lang niyan, i-invert lang niya yung sign. So for example, negative yung mo. Oh, edi magiging negative 1 siya, 'di ba? Usually kasi ayun tama nga. So for example, ito kasi talaga yung graph niyan, okay? Ang graph niyan is ganito. 1, negative 1. This approaches positive, negative x to positive x. So this approaches the negative x. And so pag negative yung x niya, it's negative 1. So basically, what it's saying is it's 1 and it's negative 1 if my x is lesser than 0. Lesser. And my x is greater than 0. Kapag nasa 0 siya, undefined po siya. Okay, so yan ibig sabihin nitong SGN na to. So meaning, anong klaseng system siya? This is still a linear system. But now you have to ask yourself kung time varying ba siya or dynamic or non-linear. Ay, non-linear tuloy. Oh, okay, wait lang. Nga pala, nakalimutan ko rin pala i-explain. So this is actually non-linear nga pala. Kasi nag-iiba na yung value niya for x and negative x. As in, pag nag-iba yung niya, hindi siya nagpa-follow ng linear na relationship. Like, hindi siya 3t, hindi siya 4t, okay? Kapag nag-iba yung sign ng t mo, nag-iiba rin yung value niya. This is actually non-linear, okay? So, question, is it time variant or time invariant? So again, wala kang ginawang shifting nor scaling. This is of course still a time invariant. Okay. System memory, dynamic or static? So ito, may iba tayo ngayon. This is actually static. Okay? Kasi defined na siya. Okay? Kahit damihan mo pa yung T mo, hindi mo na siya may iba. Okay? Kahit gawin mo positive infinity, yung value nito is still going to be 1. Based from this definition. So, this is a static system. Question, ito po ba ay causal or non-causal? Nag-iiba ba siya sa time? So, lahat to nakadependent sa past niya or rather sa present na value niya actually. So, this is of course a causal system. And finally, is it a stable or unstable? This is actually stable. Believe it or not, this is stable. Kasi wala kang nilalagay na feedback papunta sa output. Okay. So, with that, last na to, rectifying system, kung naalala nyo rectifier, from AC, it becomes a DC. Okay? So, this is of course a non-linear. Kasi malamang, parang ang nangyari is, in-inverse mo yung, yung input mo. Yan. Maybe this is what it looks like. Ayan. So, this is of course a non-linear. Nag-rectify eh. Time invariant or time variant? It's actually time invariant. Kasi wala siyang dependency sa kahit anong past or present time. Okay? Yung kanyang memory, is it static, dynamic? It's actually static. Para siyang sa sine function. Causal or non-causal? It's actually non-causal. Causal pala. Causal. Ano ako sa definition ng causal and non-causal. I apologize. Okay. Causal po siya kasi past and present lang. Okay? Walang future dyan. Okay. Stable or unstable? Stable. Kasi wala po siya nung mga yun, feedback. Walang feedback. Okay. Last na to. Pero ito, madali na lang naman, no? Parang kahit iwili-nili na lang natin to. So ito, round function daw. So this is a round function. So meaning, pag sinabing round, parang iaano lang niya, you know, like for example, 3.5, gagawin niyang 4. 3.3, gagawin niyang 3. Okay. So question. Anong klase? Klaseng system. Okay, this is actually wait. Hindi ko maano. Non-linear. Okay, non-linear. So this is non-linear. So bakit dalawa yung kanyang condition? Kapag daw yung number na to, ma-minus mo sa pinaka-nearest integer, but this is still equal to 0.5 plus. Okay? So for example, if your x is equal to 0.6, then this will round up to 1. But if it equals to 0.3, this will round up to 0. Round down to 0. So, etong dalawang to has two different conditions. And so, this is actually non-linear. So, what about its time invariance or invariance? Time invariant po siya. Causal, non-causal. Causal pa rin. Stability, stable. Memory, static. Okay, so ayan na. Let's have the median. So median, hahanapin niya yung pinaka-middle value. Okay, nung mga numbers. Okay? So therefore, anong klaseng system yon? Non-linear rin yon. Time invariant, causal, or non-causal. So this is actually non-causal this time. So bakit siya non-causal? Kasi meron siyang n plus 1. So kailangan mong kukunin yung future and past value niya. Ito pala yung past. Ito yung past. Ito yung future. So that's why this is non-causal. Stable, unstable. This is actually stable. And is it static or dynamic? Static. Okay. Usually, merong dependency yung stable sa static. As in, kapag yung system mo, stable siya, may times na static talaga siya. Unless, of course, ito siya. Where dynamic lahat to. Kasi may scaling. Yung time. Oh, wait. May shifting rin pala to. Okay, so dynamic nga pala to. Yeah, yan. Bawal ka rin magka-time shift eh. Okay. So with that, let's have the next one. Kunin na lang natin siguro sino ba maganda dito or mas mahirap. Ito. So y of n is equal to x of n sine ng x of n. So ang gagawin lang nito is gagawin lang niyang positive yung number mo basically. Okay? So ito yung definition ng absolute value. Okay. So dahil absolute value siya, number 1, non-linear siya. Also, this is time invariant. Ano next? By the way, nakalimutan ko pala, may mali rin ako dito. Time varying to kasi meron siyang shifting na nangyari. Okay. So, time invariant, causal or non-causal ba tong pangatlo? This is actually causal kasi wala siyang past or present value na, or rather wala siyang future lang pala. Future lang ang need dito. Okay, so wala siyang future value. Stable or unstable? It's actually unstable. Joke lang. Stable siya. Stable to. Ito yung unstable. Okay, and finally, klase ng memory. This is actually dynamic. Okay. Ayan. So, bakit po ito naging unstable? Kasi unstable ba talaga to? Oh, okay. Unstable siya. Okay. So, kaya ito naging unstable kasi si signum natin na to, right? Syempre, kapag negative si n mo, negative rin to. Negative 1 as in. So, therefore, this will become all positive rin. Well, hindi naman lahat magiging positive to. Kasi baka iba yung x mo. Ano ba pinagkaiba niya dito? Dito kasi pinasok mo yung x of n mo. So, pag pinasok mo yung x of n mo, pagbabasihan niya yung sign ng x of n mo. Meaning, kung, for example, negative talaga yung value na x of n mo, then, magiging negative 1 to. And dahil ito nga, negative x of n, this will result to x of n. Ito kasi, hindi. Kasi, pag ganyan yung naging itsura, yung x of n mo, pwedeng hindi siya negative kapag yung n mo is actually negative. Like, for example, let's say ganyan lang, simpleng e raised to negative n yan. So, pag pinasok mo siya kay letter C, x of negative 1, for example, is equal to e raised to negative 1, then, negative 1. Kasi sign niya yun. So, this will become equal to e raised to negative 1. Tapos na naka-negative. Pero kapag pinasok mo siya sa D, yung x of negative 1 mo, imumultiply mo siya, or rather, yung y of n mo, magiging e negative 1 siya. Pero ang ilalagay mo is yung sign ng x of negative n, which is your e raised to negative 1. This will result in a positive value. This will also result in e negative 1. So, this will become e raised to negative 1. Okay? So, in short, mas stable yung nangyayari dito kay D kumpara mo dito kay letter C. Kasi dito, may tendency siya mag-change ng sign. So, yun yung I guess yun yung pinaka-simpleng explanation ko dyan sa part na yan. And so, ayan. So, this concludes naman yung aking lesson about sa system stability.